I think people get nervous when they shoot. It's natural when you first start to shoot.
You're not just learning how to shoot, you're learning a language.
How can I make the story clear to them?
Try to offer visual variety.
Do it your own way.
Get to the bottom of things.
If you're passionate about creating images to tell stories, that's half the battle.
You want to have everything ready the night before.
Be on time. Nobody likes it when you're late.
You have to know about the story and what you're going to do.
Figure out how you're going to cover it. Every scene is different. What are we shooting? Are you outside? Are you inside? Where's the sun going to be in an hour? Pick your best angles and find out if the characters, are they going to move?
Lessons learned. Make sure you're recording.
We call it a double punch, where you think you're recording but you're not. That has happened to the best of us.
You can have a very nice shot, but you need to make sure you press record.
The biggest thing to pay attention to is keep it in focus. If it's out of focus, people are going to be like, what the? White balance is very important because you don't want to see a blue background when it should be white.
I made the mistake of always leaning on my tripod, and when I got back to the station, I had nothing but shaky video. So even if the shot is not perfect, at least it will be a still shot and somewhat usable if you set the shot and leave it. What we call getting closer is zooming with your feet. Instead of relying on your camera zoom, you actually move in closer to whatever you're trying to shoot.
Be organized. Every shoot is different.
Battery management is huge. I have in my house a station where the charging occurs. And so that I don't leave the house without those batteries.
I always make sure I have extra batteries.
You want to know where things are and be able to change them, adjust them really quickly.
Every camera today in the market shoots amazing pictures. Just get there and shoot. Remember that it's about the story.
Choosing the right equipment and having enough equipment, yet not too much. So finding that sweet spot.
I have to plan for being able to go live and have the right camera and the right equipment to go live.
Don't learn technology, learn storytelling. Give yourself little assignments.
Go and shoot sequences. Give me a wide shot, give me a medium shot, give me a tight shot of what he's got in his hand. There's 3 shots that you've just built a sequence.
Shoot character-driven stories that will allow you to shoot a sequence. When I'm thinking about composition, is the shot visually interesting? Are there compelling indicators in the background, visual indicators that bring us closer to the story that you want to include in the shot?
You have to really focus on your composition. What are you telling the story on just that little frame?
What can I shoot to someone who's not here with me experiencing this?
Add geometry to a shot by finding converging lines in the background of the shot.
Everything is teamwork in this business.
Sometimes the producer will have great ideas that you can translate into pictures, and vice versa. Oftentimes you'll create a much better story. It's always a collaborative process, and when you have that process, I think generally the stories turn out a lot better.
Be nice to people. Just read the room. If you're going to do a family that's just lost their house to a hurricane, you have to treat things with an emotional weight. So you're not going to put a bright, sparkly background behind those people. You have to feel it out.
You see the devastation, the poverty. In our jobs, we go to those places. You have to sort of shield your emotions from that and then just do your job. And that's the hard part.
I get to work with different people almost every day. It's a great environment where we can bounce ideas off of each other, and it's just like walk into a candy store and you can just pick any candy you want, and candy being ideas and ways to do things, and that's what I love the most.
I'm rolling. The thing I love most about my job is it takes me all over the world, and I don't sit behind a desk.
The part I like the most is the unknown. It's where I'm going next, what I'm doing next. Because I know it's going to be interesting. I know it's going to be pretty cool no matter what it is.
Getting into places that you wouldn't see if you were just a civilian. Yeah, you go into cool places, you ride into helicopters, into cool planes.
Foreign countries where the culture is extremely different, and you have to sort of adapt to these things on the fly. We've been chased out of towns, shot at, people try to break your cameras. These can be really daunting challenges or very hostile environments where you don't know what's going to be around the corner. I like the adventure of it all.
The number one rule in this job is be prepared for everything.
We're dealing with the environment. Stuff will get destroyed. I've covered tsunamis, volcanic eruptions, hurricanes, typhoons. It's really hard on the equipment.
One thing I make sure I pack in my kit is rain gear for myself and rain gear for my camera.
It's not always the cameras, it's also Do I need rain gear or winter gear?
And you have to protect the gear and yourself as much as you can.
You have to have backup of backup of backup. I have like 3 cameras and the cell phone is my fail-safe.
Be curious, be open to serendipity, because if we stick to the shot sheet, we'll miss the beauty of what's happening right in front of us.
You have to have a curious mind. You have to get into what you're doing. You can't just show up and turn a camera on and shoot.
I try to make sure my mind is open and always a positive attitude.
Keep trying new things.
Do not expect, your first shoot to be flawless, because it's not going to be. But also don't put yourself down.
Consistency and persistence and always wanting to make a good picture. I think you'll go far in this business.